Hello and welcome to Roosevelt Rebel with your host, Tisa Rebel Beltran. Alright. Hi. Lucky you that I was able to pause the show that I'm watching. Because it is late at night. Where the hell's my remote? So this is what's up. Oh wait, I think I'm sitting on it. Yep. I'm in my bed. Mi madre has the flu. So because of her diagnosis in February, because she had colon cancer, we had to make fucking sure, we have to make sure that she's in good health. And so this week she had a cold. My tia had a cold, and then they went over to her house because they do this thing every couple of weeks. I think it is. No, once a month. I don't know. They go over to my tia's house and they get a haircut. There's a lady that comes over to the house and does their haircut. They've been doing this for a few years now. And my tia was sick, and she got my mom and my sister sick. So I'm pretty sure that she has the flu because she hasn't been at work all week. My sister has been sick. She has been going to work because that's the way she works. That's the way her body goes. That's her. It's her thing. But my mom, on the other hand, she's been sick. So last night I texted the sibling group chat and I said, Mom is sick. And so is Jerry, and my sister, Bernadette. She had breast cancer. Shoot, she's been cancer-free for quite a while now. I think a decade, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, dude. Damn, it's been a crazy life. And so she was like, you need to keep on Mom. Take her to the urgent care tomorrow. And then my mom had a fever in the middle of the night. So Friday morning-ish, and she told us she made a doctor's appointment my mom is not a person that goes to the doctor, and neither is my dad. So I wonder where I get it from. I think it also is a ADHD thing, and from my understanding, from what I am learning, and my mom and dad definitely have ADHD. My dad is totally, and my mom as well. So she made the appointment. I took her. Today's my day off. I got coffee, went to visit my dear friend Ivy. Go check her out. Phoenix, Arizona, for artistic tattoo. She's done 90% of my body. So I went and visited her while my mom was at the doctor. And then when I picked up my mom, and she has the flu. So we came home and she just had this fucking horrible coughing fit. And the pharmacy kept saying that her medication wasn't ready. They said it was going to be done at 4:15. We were done at the hospital or doctor's office at 2. And, no, wasn't that. Yeah, she was only there for like an hour, so maybe 3. I don't remember. Yeah, because her appointment, but anyhow, it just kept getting pushed back. Every time she'd call, they said that it wasn't ready. So she had this coughing fit about 6 or 7 o'clock, and I just was done. So I fucking called the fucking pharmacy myself, and they said it was ready, so I fucking ran down there, picked up her medication, also got her some cough syrup because she's coughing horribly, and hearing my mom get sick, she gets sick like I do. And I hate it. My mom is my queen and my dad is my king, and I don't like it when they're sick. So they took care of me my whole life, so I'm taking care of them. This all has to do with the Mexican Americans, part 2, Hispanic families, taking care of their parents and making sure that they're good and respecting and loyalty. So I ran to the pharmacy, picked up her medication, and then I remembered that she wanted cough syrup, and so I had to go back in line, and I talked to the pharmacist, who is a very beautiful lady, I must say, and then she helped me pick out the medication for my mama, and then I was like, she needs the because I bought this humidifier when I had the vid. So I was like, she needs to have the humidifier tonight. She needs to clear out those lungs of hers. I cannot have my mom sick. So I went to and got distilled water. At Walgreens, they wanted $3 a gallon. And I was like, fuck that. So I went to the Mercado right by my house and bought 2 gallons for $1.25 each. So I think that's how much it was. But either way, it was a lot less than fucking $3. It's for water, for Christ's sake. If I had the time, I would have distilled it myself. So I came home and then she had another coughing fit. I made her fucking take her cough medicine, and it's the medicine for nighttime, so that'll knock her ass out. She's asleep right now. It's like 2:00 in the morning almost. I can't sleep because I'm just worried about my mom. And so I got the humidifier set up for her, and I even put the little lavender paper thingy, the lavender thing, and put it on for her. And Dylan, I feel so bad. Dylan opened the door and saw my mom, and he was like, "Nana, all I want to do is hug you, and I can't." And it was just so sad because all night he just wants to hug my mom, and because he's a very affectionate kid, he likes to sit on our laps. Like we'd be just chilling, sitting there on the dinner table, and he'd fucking just sneak his little booty on your lap. It's his thing. It's the cutest thing. But he was just so upset all day that he hasn't been able to hug my mom. But as soon as she was coughing, he ran and got water in a red cup and took it to her. And I had to kick him out. I was like, "Dylan, you can't be in here. You got school starting. I don't need you to get sick before school." And then she was coughing again, and he ran and got her another cup of water. And then he came in again later on. He came in. I was like, "Dylan, she already has 2 cups of water." And he was like, "No, it's for good luck." And so he gave my mom a stone, I think it was, for good luck. And this fucking kid, my little witch boy, he's my little wizard. He gave my mom a stone or some emblem or something, and he was like, "This is for good luck. God bless you. Good night. I pray you get better." And I was just like, oh. Today has been a very emotional day. And then I think that I'm feeling a little sick. So I fucking hopped onto that fucking Airborne with elderberry, and then I grabbed some tea that I got from the reservation, San Javier in Tucson, when we went to do prayers for my mom in February for her cancer. So I took 2 of those, 2 cups of that. It's just been a rough day. I took my dad to where he had to go. Like, my days off on Fridays are really about my parents. And it was just emotional today with my dad and his memory. He remembered a story about their engagement. He told me the whole story about their engagement, and he's never told me that story before. At least I don't recall it whatsoever. So I spent some time with my mom and dad, and so I started to feel a little sick, and I just can't get sick. I have so much shit to do. I was going to work out hardcore, and then I was like, I can't, because they say if you're starting to feel sick, do not work out. Just start taking medication or what have you, and relax. So it's like, it's only 1:16. It's not 2:00. So, yeah. But our parents took care, like this, like I've been fucking going over it in my head since the last podcast. Our parents, the lucky ones, because I am a lucky one. Isn't that a song? Not gonna get into it. Stop. Focus. The lucky one. Sorry, my brain is fucking, I think it's a fucking Nikki Heaton song. No. Biff Naked. Boom. Just drop the mic. Okay. So, that's the brain of my brain. So anyway, yeah. I, as a Hispanic, Mexican American, Native, we take care of our parents. We make sure they're okay. They took care of us. We were very lucky and blessed that we have both of our parents. I'm very lucky and blessed that I still have both of my parents at this age. They're on their 61st wedding anniversary this year. Like, why didn't we have a party? I think I'm gonna fucking plan that. Oh, because of, like, everybody, because of COVID still was, like, really against us last year. But anyhow, we're definitely taking care of our parents because they took care of us, and still, my mother takes care of all of us. When I'm sick, she makes sure that I'm okay. When anybody else is sick, she's taking care of them. My brother and his wife don't really have time to do much grocery shopping or cooking because they're both working their asses off, and so she sends food home to them. She does everything that she can for us. If she knows that we're in need, they're there. Both of them. My dad, as much as he can be with his memory. So as an adult with two parents that are aging, and I've taken courses because I was getting a certificate for aging at Phoenix College. They had this course and they got rid of it. It makes me upset. It was a certificate, and it was basically helping people transition into getting older, and also teenagers transitioning to becoming adults. It was a really great certificate, and all I needed was, like, I feel like every time I'm close to something, I get fucked. All I needed was like 3 or 4 more credits, and it was like, I think altogether was like 2 courses, and they got rid of it, and fucked, you know? But, I feel like every time I try to get ahead, something fucks me, but I'm not gonna give up. And this has to go along with the whole thing that I was talking about in the last podcast, where we don't make plans because things always get fucked. And, well, not always, but mostly, just like with me going to school, which I can't discuss, but, I could just give a little bit of it, is that I wasn't able to go last year, and now this year I am able to, but there is a lot of things in my way that I need to, hurdles, if you will, that I need to, obstacles that I need to get past. But I will get through it, and I will graduate somehow. I only have like fucking 6 more courses or something ridiculous. Something really, like, 1.5 semesters left that I just need to get done to get my bachelor's. So, but that has a lot to do with not making plans and not trying to go forward with us Hispanics, where we just learn how to survive. That's what I was discussing the other day in the podcast. So this is what kind of feels like it, and it's not a martyr situation or anything like that. It's a people fuck you over situation, and so you're trying your hardest to get out of that situation, and because people don't take accountability for their actions, and they don't take accountability for the things that they do. And this can go into great effect with what is going on with the Jason Aldean situation. I had a discussion with somebody online, and I knew it was going to be, okay, I knew it was going to be an issue. So I have a friend. She is African American. She is black. She posted the Aldean, and it wasn't even an apology. Whatever he said from his fucking team. And I was like, he's gaslighting us here. Because he was like, it's not what it meant. That's not what I mean. Blah, blah, blah. That's called gaslighting people. And I am, like, going to school for psychology, and I fucking am focusing on narcissism and all of that jazz, you know? to quote my friend on her page today, she said, the reason why I know about gaslighting is because I dated a bunch of dicks. And I was like, amen, sister. Amen. So, yeah. But that's going. I'm tired now. Sorry, I took a gummy. Oh no, my show is unpausing. And now I have to start it and then unpause it again. Hold on. Oh, okay, good. I don't even know what it was going into. But as a Mexican American native here to the Phoenix land, because this is where my native people are from, because this is where we're from. We didn't. I'm not going to get into that. But anyhow, we take care of our own, and we take care of our people, our mothers, our fathers, our family. And like I said in the last podcast, like, our parents did the best that they could. They didn't have books that were saying this is how you do it. And now we do have those kind of books that saying this is the healthy way to do it. And so I just want to make sure my parents are okay and good, and that's what I'm here for. And a lot of people don't understand it, and like, it makes. They don't understand it, and they don't have to understand it. They can judge me for what I do, and I don't care, because I made a post about it today, because I know what I'm doing, and I'm doing it not for myself. I'm doing it for my family. My family is everything to me, and not a what's his name from Fast and Furious way, but okay, so I'll read it to you what I posted today. Sometimes I find myself wanting to clap back, bite at everyone who barks at me, but then I look at those people, like, really look at them. What kind of life they're living, the choices they're making, the things they do compared to who I am, what I do, how I live, and that itself keeps me humble. Misery loves company, but we're cut from different cloths, made from different sauces. Stay blessed, wish them well, and remind yourself that the evil-hearted never wins. So, I posted that 9 hours ago on Instagram. So, because no one's going to understand the Hispanic culture, where we take care of our parents, we respect our parents, and we learn our parents, and that's just the way we do it. And I've always been told that the people that I've dated will never understand and comprehend the family and love that I have. There's only been like maybe 1 or 2 people that I've dated that have comprehended why my family is so close and why we put each other first. One time in my life, I was given the ultimatum between my family and the person, and it wasn't I wasn't seeing it as an ultimatum of that. They actually, after the fact, told me that it was an ultimatum, because they didn't think that I would ever leave my family. But it wasn't about leaving my family. It was about being family and starting a family. So, that was hurtful, that they thought that they were giving an ultimatum between me and my family, but that's not even what it was to me. So, that's an example, as I am putting myself in these situations where I'm in relationships with people that don't comprehend that. And like I said, only like once or twice I've had a person that I've been dating that really understood the family dynamics. I have a lot of friends that have the same family dynamics as I, and it's pretty much why we're probably still friends, is that because we understand what a family really means. And Dr. Ramini, I was watching something of hers today saying that a narcissist never gives a shit about their family. They only care about the image. They're not in love with you. They only are in love with the idea of you and the picture that you're putting out to the world, which I can see and which I have been. And so that's not love. That's not family. And so, here I'm in the future, if I ever to be serious about somebody, because dating is as seeing people and fucking, whatever you do as a single person, whatever I do. If I were to be serious with someone, they would have to have the same family dynamics of myself, because I've been too many years of spending and wasting time on people who do not understand or comprehend family dynamics. And so they would need to understand my culture and respect my culture. But not fetishize my culture. So, with that being said, going back to with the fact that as Hispanics and other cultures such as Black folks, we are taught to only survive a lot of the times, and because that's what our parents taught our parents, grandparents taught our parents. It's a generational thing, and that's something that we do need to break. And that's what I tried to instill in my daughter, my godson, my nephews and nieces, and some of them are doing pretty well for themselves, and doing a lot of things that I did at their age. So makes me proud to see that they are trying to do the best that they can, but they were also raised differently in a culture at a time now where we are told that we can do these things. Because before, as I told you in the last podcast, my parents were like, well, yeah, you could be a famous rock star, but have something to fall back on, which was like better than them saying, no, never go after your dreams. But I chose family and raising my daughter and being with my girlfriend over that. And because that is my true calling, is having a family. And I've always felt that. And I think that I've stayed in situations, and I think a lot of people stay in situations because they love their family that they are a part of. And I have left relationships because I was not respected, and it was bad situations. And that's what I'm recovering from, and that's okay. And we were a lot of people in the past and generations were always taught that it wasn't okay. You should stay by the person that you're with and blah, blah, blah. But no matter how I felt, I would rather be respected and be in a relationship and not frauded into a marriage or a relationship to think otherwise. And now it's not about staying together for the kids. It's not about staying together for the Lord with fucking Catholic relationships, Catholic marriages. It's leaving it and being healthy and taking care of yourself. And that is one thing for our generational trauma that we are working towards, and we have gotten past, because my parents now, before, I think in their age, well, I know with their marriages, people were like, they need to stay together. They have this image to withhold. Nah, Now, my mom's like, right on, leave that fucking person. My mom is like the greatest woman ever and supportive. She's my best friend as an adult. I can say my mother is one of my best friends. And, you know, as you get older in a Hispanic culture, that's what happens. And like I said in the last podcast, we sit with your coffee and you fucking chill. You're a little senora with your senoras. And I am proud of who I am, and I'm proud of what we have accomplished and where we have finally become. But we also have a lot of fighting to do because there's cultures out there that are trying to keep us from being seen. Today, as I was talking about the Jason Aldean thing, I was talking to somebody who was like, I have a master's and I have a master's, and Jason Aldean isn't gaslighting us. And me and this other person, it was on her page, we're like, yes, he is. He's telling us that our feelings don't mean anything. As a POC, we were told this all the time, especially if we're white passing, and that sucks. Because it doesn't make me, my tan that comes during the summer doesn't make me any less of a fucking Mexican, you know? And, so that's something that pisses me off as well. But he is gaslighting a whole country and saying those things that he did in his little fucking spiel in the video. Like, dude, you didn't write the song or whatever, but you are definitely calling to violence, saying the things that you are in those lyrics, singing those things in those lyrics, and then the video, horrible. So the person, and not to sound like I was trying to get to earlier, this person, I was like, I need to see what this person looks like who's trying to argue with me, saying that this is not gaslighting. I know what gaslighting is. This is my, like, thing that I'm fucking studying in school, and this is what I'm working towards, and this is, like, my main fucking specialty is going to be, if I continue on this route of counseling and all that, is going to be narcissism. Because Dr. Ramini is my fucking homie there. Like, I look up to her, and she has gone through the same shit with narcissist partner. Ugh, I hate that word again. And, whatever. So, I was like, I need to see what this woman looks like. And she was a white woman and had an American flag on her purse. And so that's when I knew that she wasn't going to back down, and she was not going to see a black person saying, I have a problem with this, and saying, well, you shouldn't. What the fuck? So I said, I'm not going to argue with you. And she's like, well, I'm glad. If I was ever to work in the profession with you, I would hope we'd never cross paths. I was like, you know what? I'm not trying to fucking belittle you or degrade you like you're trying to do with me. I am telling you that this person is saying, I have an issue with this, and you are fucking saying you shouldn't. That's gaslighting. And then all these other people got on the page, woke, sensitive. Oh, I said saying that means that's gaslighting. Like, I've learned. So I was just very upset about this situation. That person saying, oh, you're just too sensitive. You're woke. And I was just like, ugh. So my friend clapped back and was like, equal rights is being woke. Saying that I'm offended is a bad thing. It just went on, and that woman finally just disappeared and stopped talking because a bunch of people were like, excuse me, yes, this is gaslighting. And they were all posting the definition of gaslighting. And she was just like, no, that's not what it is. And my friend was like, I'm proud of you. Congratulations on getting your master's. And I was like, you are fucking gaslighting us by telling us we're too sensitive, because that is the definition. And it's like, ugh. So, I'm sure people who are listening are going to get upset about me making that comment about the American flag, and I don't care. Because if you're wearing the American flag and your whole patriotism bullshit, you're not going to, you are a walking contradiction. Rights are something that you shouldn't be. This just totally went in a whole different direction, huh? Rights are something that shouldn't be voted on because they're rights. We should already have those instilled in the Constitution. But who are the people that are trying to hold back from us having those things? And it's people usually wearing the American flag. And so that's why I made that observation. So, this is really weird. So my screensaver on my Fire Stick just totally went into a picture from November 1st, 2019. A picture of the library that I worked at. And I miss that library. And I miss the people that I worked with. But, I still talk to some of them. But, anyway, anyhow, any place, yeah. Yeah, so I think that we are breaking out of the generational trauma of us having to not have our dreams and just living paycheck to paycheck or just surviving. And I think we will get through this as a culture, as one. And by the year 2050, we're supposed to be having so many mixed races that would be the majority, according to science. So anyhow, that's what this podcast is about. Part 2 of the Hispanic culture and us and our generational trauma because we were only taught to survive. And I can see some of us in my family, I see some of us getting ahead, but it's also hard because we get knocked down. And there needs to be a way to get ahead. It's just kind of like fucking. I could just go into a whole fucking United States of America bullshit. Another thing that I got in a discussion with online. Let's discuss something real quick. I was talking about this whole Jason Aldean bullshit, and somebody was like, country music was built on this small town, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody said, excuse me, Chris Christopherson, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, these people were not about the whole small town mentality. And I chimed in and I was like, you are correct, sir. They actually fought for the rights of Native Americans and the blacks and anybody that was needed help with the fight. And they did not like that whatsoever. And because country music didn't become the way that it is until 9/11, where it became propaganda. And it started with the I'm proud to be an American and all those other fucking Toby Keith songs. That's when it was commercialized into patriotism, where it's whitewashed. And no, brother. No. This is Native American land. This is our land. This is our land. I get very aggressive about it, sorry. But no, I'm not sorry. I'm not going to apologize for fucking being proud of my cultures. This is our land. This whole country was our land. And you come fucking immigrating over and claiming it as your own and then take the rights and land and you know what? I just gotta say thank you to Bailey Sarian for fucking her podcasts, because she fucking doesn't fucking hold back, and I'm proud of her for that. She's not scared, and she fucking tells us like it is. But at this rate, at this time, it is, let's get in here. I've been doing it for 35 minutes, so I better get going because I need to go to bed because I have things to do and people to see tomorrow, today, what have you. Oh, a picture just popped up from Halloween and it's Dylan and he was a Simba. Oh. I thought I turned that off so it wouldn't have pictures pop up, but alright, well, I hope you stayed all the way through of my ranting. But it's everything that I said is how I feel and it's the truth. If I see you wearing an American flag, my judgment is yeah. You're not going to be listening to what I have to say because you're going to have your own fucking thought and it's going to be patriotism bullshit. And yeah. And like with some things today where we're not allowed to fucking feel the way that we're supposed to feel, like and I'm going to say it, like we can have our own thoughts, we can have our own feelings about certain things. And you may not be right. You might be wrong, but you can have those feelings, you can those thoughts. And the way that they're not right is that you are fucking taking somebody's rights away from them, which you shouldn't be able to vote on. Don't take my rights away. And also, if you go to my regular Tisa Beltran page, if you friend request me, I won't accept it. I only friend or accept people that I know on there. But you can like the TR Beltran or the Rebel Riot page. Instagram, you can follow me on there, definitely, under, or OG_TR Beltran. You can follow me on there and, all that. But, on my regular page, I get so many friend requests, and I understand that you, want to be friends on Facebook, but I only people that I knew. Because before, when I was doing music full time, I fucking accepted all friends, and it just got messy. But you can follow me on Facebook, OG_TR Beltran on Insta, Tisa Beltran, Rebel Riot LLC. Just Google all those words, and you'll find me. But please don't be offended if I don't accept your friend request. It's people that I know physically in person that I am friends with on the Facebooks. But you can follow on Instagram, and I'll even follow you back if you just say, hey, I'm a listener. But as I said in the last thing, I'm trying to be more not sharing too much because of lawyer and paralegal saying, hey, and I'm like, and it's not about censorship, it's just like, I have ADHD and I share way too much. I trauma dumped for like 2 years on this channel, so working on it. And that is called growth. You're welcome. Alright, my name is Tisa Rebel Beltran. Please check it out on the other platforms. As I said, Facebook, Instagram, Thug_Sunshine on TikTok. And thank you for listening. And I'll be back. I'm working. Look at me. Look at me doing 2 podcasts in 1 week. And next week I might even do more. I might even keep up on this. I have a schedule. I'm going to try my hardest. School starting supposedly, so we'll figure everything out. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.